Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video we'll talk about how to translate a message based on account. In our case, as we can see here inside the messages file, I just created it under language English. I have 3 messages. No users in case of there is no users in my database, and in case of one user I say there is one user without S here, and for more than one user I see here there are, for example, 3 users also with S, right? And here is the usage of it. I count users, expand it, count, right? And in case of 0, show the message with no users, this one. In case of 1, I will show it. In case of more than 1, I will show the message with the count. Back to our browser, let's check it. And in my database, I have no users. If I say user count here, I have no users, so I saw it. If I create a new user using factory, I will see there is 1 user. If I create another one, now I have 2 users, and I can see, I will say more than 1 here. Refresh, I can see there are 2 users. But instead of defining 3 different messages, we can define it only in one message according to account. I will define a new key called users count, and using this syntax, we can define our initial value, which is 0. We may have no users, and in case of that, I will say there are no users in one line here, and then pipe, and we can define a range from 1 for 1 user. I will display this message. There is 1 user like this. Then from 2 and then 2, 3, 4 and so on, I will display the message here, right? Now let's comment the 3 messages and let's learn how to use this. I will use it using the trans choice message function here, trans choice. It takes the key. I will say messages dot users count, this key only, and we can define as a second parameter the number that will display message according on. For example, this for 0, in case of count 0, it will display this. 1 will display this. 2 or more, it will display this. So I will say show it according to the count of users. And now let's back and check. Comment this line. Now let's back and check. There is 1 user, but I have 2 in my database, so we need to add a small fix here. This pipe must has no spaces, so I will make it directly next to options. So if I back and refresh, there are 2 users. If I back and remove a user from database here, there is 1 user. If I remove it, refresh, there are no users. Let's create some users again. I will create 2 users or 3 users here. Created, refresh, there are 3 users. By the way, you can change this count name to value. For example, if I refresh, now we need to define it. So you can define it easily as a second or third parameter value, and I will say count, refresh, and now we have the value. So here's quickly how to use this advanced syntax for localization. If you found it useful, support me by clicking on like, share and subscribe. See you next video.